What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to a long-awaited and much overdue episode here from Bucks County, PA, here on Farming Simulator 22. And first and foremost, definitely have to apologize for all of the downtime between some episodes here, let alone just the Bucks County series and keeping that running. Things have just been kind of getting a little busy for me, and recording has kind of just been something that I've been needing to do, but haven't had the energy to really do it lately. But we are here officially getting started again here on Bucks County, and man, there are a lot of things that have changed here on Bucks County. And without further ado, I want to take you guys right through everything that's changed here on Bucks County, from where we were in the last episode to where we currently are. So with that, let's jump right into everything. And if you guys are excited for this episode of Bucks County and the much anticipated return of another Bucks County episode, go ahead, drop a like, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell, drop some comments down below. Let me know what you're thinking about the series here. We've made some drastic changes, but this series here was always meant to just kind of be a fun, just a fun-loving series. It's not really a scripted start from scratch or role play series or anything. We're just here having a good time. But let's check out some of the things that are going to be different in this episode and moving forward in the series compared to where we were in the last episode. So first and foremost, you'll notice that we are covered in snow. We left off in the last episode. We were at the end of the month of November, and we are now currently into the month of March. And there is a reason why we are currently sitting in the month of March and that you guys have missed the whole entire winter time. But I can get you updated on everything that you missed from November to March. We fed the cows. That was it. That's all you missed. You didn't miss anything super critical. We fed the cows. I mean, yeah, there's probably some other changes that are probably taking place here on the farm, but I'm about to get into it. You just hold on, just wait, be patient. I'm about to explain one of the first changes that we've made to the farm right now. And that big change is the fact that we bought some more land. We have officially purchased farmland 12, 13, and 14. Now, if you remember, we currently own farmland 84, 85, 9, and 1. Field 1 over here has our canola field. Our farmland 84 is what we harvested in the last episode. That was our cornfield. Farmland 9 had a sunflower field in it, and then farmland 85 right here is our grass field that we have up and running. And then fields 9, 8, and 6 here, we've not really done anything with them. We just recently purchased these fields, and we need to take a look at what we're going to do with these. I think I have some ideas for them, but I want to run you guys through what the whole entire plan here is. Field 16, it's going to be another cornfield again. I feel like the cornfield was very good for us. We made a lot of money off that. Matter of fact, I think we might even still have some of the corn in storage. Field 18 was our sunflower field, and we made some pretty good harvest. We harvested a pretty good yield off of that field, and we've placed that into the oil mill, which I think is actually still running for us, so that's good. We have that up and running. And now when we look at, as far as precision farming is concerned, we kind of did really well as far as like the yield potentials for fields 9. Now, field 9, I think the yield potential is upwards of about 111%. Field 6 and Field 8, yeah, it's really just not the same story. They were down below 90%, but I still wanted them because they're all in the general same location. I really didn't want to spread out the fields too far. Now, we still do have the option to pick up some of these smaller fields around here because, as you've probably already taken note of, our bank account balance is up there and is pretty high compared to where we left off in November. And I'm about to explain how we got there. Some of you are probably already thinking exactly what I did do. I'll explain because there's a lot that's happened. Let's just think of it as like a fresh start here again on Bucks County. All right, one big thing that we did, you'll notice from our productions list, the biogas plant is missing. We sold the biogas plant for like $800 and something thousand. We didn't need it. We weren't using it. So therefore, we sold it. Got rid of it. It's gone. We're not using it anymore. So we made some money off of that. Now you're probably thinking, man, you only spent half of that? Like, what did you, like those, you bought the fields. That's how you ended up with the $402,000 that you have remaining. Well, we actually went a step further. We sold off all of our case equipment and have made the transition over into a JD a green and gold farm. I'm sure some people down in the comment section are going to have a field day with this. But we went ahead, we got ourselves a new combine harvester. This holds 250,000 liters of crop. We have the John Deere X9 1100, slightly modded here for Bucks County. This is actually one of the, I think this is the base combine harvester that you start with when you first load into Bucks County. And then we have one of the John Deere sprayers, the R732i power sprayer with See and Spray technology for managing our herbicide on the fields. I suppose we could even really do liquid fertilizer as well too if we really wanted to. Then we have the John Deere 8R410. Nothing too crazy about this. This is just a stock tractor with about 445 horsepower loaded into it. That way we're not limited by horsepower around the farm. And then speaking of not being limited by horsepower, this has quickly become one of my new favorite tractors in the game. The John Deere 4755 with the turbo. This thing is like 800 and something horsepower. It is insane. This tractor right here has more horsepower than our combine harvester. It's absolutely wild, but this thing is so much fun to use. If you've tuned in for a live stream, we're running this tractor on our Dark Forest grind series, and I'm just having an absolute riot with this tractor. It's so much fun to drive around. It's got so much horsepower. Everything else from here is pretty much standard. We just went around and we did some painting on some of the different items. Our forage wagon is still the lizard one that we were using before. We did invest into a new planter, JD, of course, and then our lizard quick bale. We just updated it to the John Deere color scheme there. We still have the same fertilizer spreader that we've always had. The plow, we just repainted. Our soil sampler, we didn't do anything with. And then we traded out our Kubota side-by-side for the JD side-by-side. And those have been the biggest changes that have taken place here on Bucks County. Everything else is exactly the same as where we left off, but that's it. I figured what this would do for us, this is kind of a fresh start for us here on Bucks County, because it has been a month since I've played on this map, which is kind of heartbreaking and depressing all at the same time. In which, I apologize to you guys out there in the community. You deserve better than that, but I'm also trying to manage my, my work life and my home life and my hobbyist life here on YouTube as well. But with that, we need to jump in to the turbo here. We need to rip on over, hook up to the soil sampler. We need to go get some soil samples taken out of the new fields. Look at this thing go. Oh man, we are going to be efficient around this farm now, ladies and gentlemen. This is awesome. All right, our final soil sample has been taken on these fields here. Of course, we have the slightly modified soil sampler, so this doesn't take us as long as what it normally would if we were just using the base game, if you will, soil sampler. Let's go ahead and get these sent off to the lab so that we can figure out what we have here for soil. We'll go ahead, fold this up. And as soon as we see that our soil samples have returned from the lab, we'll go ahead and take a look and see what we have as far as soil types in these fields. Boom, there they are, 350 bucks. Easy enough. Wow. No good. No good. We kind of expected this. We really did. I got to be honest. We completely expected this. Silty clay for field 6, silty clay for field 8. And then a lot of loam for field 9, which is good. That's where the 111% is coming from. But like the 88%, I think it was, for field 6 and 8 is all a direct result of getting the majority of silty clay in there. But nonetheless, we're gonna live with it. We've made our bed. Now we have to lay in it. We're gonna take those fields and just accept what they give us as far as the soil types are concerned. So now we're gonna head back over to the farm. I'm gonna grab the plow. Fields 8, and a matter of fact, I think all of those fields, except for field 8. The other 2 fields are littered with weeds, so we're going to go ahead and plow all those up, get those reset. And then we need to come in here with some fertilizer. Actually, we should probably plant the field, and then we should probably do some fertilizing. That way, we can get these fields all set up. Oh, and we need lime. We should probably do the lime first, which is actually going to take us a little while because, yeah, the initial applications of lime always seem to just get, it just takes so much work, so much lime to get all those done up. I think 110,000 liters of lime ought to do just fine. I'm hoping that this covers both of these fields for us, or all three of these fields actually. We'll see. It's gonna be close, but we'll see what happens. Well, there we go. With the liming of all those fields done, the next thing that we need to do is get down here and at least plow the other two fields that are completely saturated in weed growth. And then once we get those planted, I'm getting ahead of myself. Once we get those fields plowed, we are going to go ahead and take a look at getting those fields planted as well and add those into our stock of fields that we have. And then it looks like our grass field's doing pretty well. May end up harvesting that at some point. I'm not in a big hurry to harvest the grass field, mainly just because we have plenty of grass, plenty of hay that we can utilize for our cows, which, by the way, we still only have 62 cows. We may end up here in the future getting some additional cows for the farm. Again, our thing is we'd like to have at least 500 cows. And now I know I have the money to basically go ahead and get the 500 cows right now, which there's really nothing saying that we couldn't get the 500 right now. It's just not really the path that I want to take to get there. Plus, there's going to be some other production points that I think we're going to end up purchasing in the long run as well. So with that, I'm going to head back over, get these fields plowed up, get rid of all the weed growth in the other two fields that we have. Matter of fact, you know what? I think I'm just going to take a quick little shortcut right across our grass field, because the first field that we need to plow up is right in front of us anyways. That is lined up. Let's double check. How did our environmental score do? pH balances are up. We're at 70. We dropped all the way down from an 80 for our environmental score when we first started. Once we purchased these fields over here, we dropped down to a 70. So we got a little bit of work to do to fully recover these fields and get these back up and running the way that they need to be. But with that, let's go ahead. Let's drop our plow and let's get this field taken care of. Well, with those fields plowed, that is all done. Now what we need to do is loop around here. We need to get filled up with some seed so that way we can head back over and take a look at what we're actually going to plant in the field. We need to move the side by side because this is kind of in our way right now. Let's go ahead and get this moved over here just in front of the garage. That'll work out perfectly right there. Now, taking a look here, field 9. That is the question of what we plant there. Now, it is the higher yielding field, so I don't really think we're going to go with sunflower, or I'm sorry. I don't think we're going to go with sunflowers in that field. I think we're going to wait and do soybeans in that field. I think what we are going to do is probably take field 6, and I think we're going to put oat in field 6, and we'll do sunflowers in field 8, sunflowers in field 18, and then we'll do our soybeans in field 9. We still have our canola field over here in field 17, and then we'll have a corn field again here in field 16, so that'll be perfect. Yeah, see, all we have is a planter right now, so we cannot do oat with this. So let's go ahead and take a look here and see what the store has for us that we could possibly pick up. Go ahead and set up a delivery point for the shop to deliver what we need. And let's go ahead and take a look at our seeders here. I want something that's going to do the field relatively quick. This doesn't look too bad here. You know what? I think we just roll with this one right here. This is a drill series. Now, this will actually do corn and sunflowers as well. So technically, there's really not a need for the other style seeder that we have. But you know what? Let's just let's give it a shot. Let's see how this one works out here. We'll go ahead and pick this up. Weight, sure. We'll throw some weights on it. Don't need any numbers. Don't need anything else. $292,000. Done deal. We're quickly running out of our money that we had at the beginning of the episode. I didn't think it would take us very long to get back down to where we were once before we sold the biogas plant and sold all of our other equipment, and then went ahead and picked up all new stuff. But we'll get attached to our drill here. We'll get this all filled up, and then we'll head back over and get the fields seeded with oat. And then before I even forget, oh boy, this tractor may not You know what? We may not need the weights on this. This might actually be too heavy. Yeah, this might be too heavy for the tractor. We'll take the weight off. Let's go ahead and try that. Let's see if that's going to do us any favors there. And we might not be able to use this tractor with this seeder. Oh, it's much better. Much better. I mean, within reason. Within reason, it's much better. All right, we are well underway getting the oat field planted here. This is going to be nice for us because eventually we're going to look at picking up the grain mill. And then, you know, also if we do pick up some more fields, or we even do some contracts here and there, and we can have that kind of stuff delivered right to our grain mill. But I think what the goal is going to be is eventually we are going to purchase a few more fields, and then we'll have the oil mill and the grain mill production points running, which is just going to bring us in even more money. I'm actually kind of glad things have worked out the way that they have, with us getting back down to about, you know, kind of roughly where we started with money. I mean, we do need to spend a little bit more just to be back down to where we first started. But the nice thing about it, what we did is we didn't cheat any money. We just simply sold the biogas plant, sold our equipment, and then basically reinvested all of that money back into our farm. And we did pick up some additional fields as well. But that was always the plan. And again, series is just for fun. Just for fun. Hope you guys are enjoying the Bucks County series. Again, if you are, leave a like, subscribe to the channel, ring the notification bell so you don't miss any future content from Bucks County here on Farming Simulator 22. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and continue getting this oat field seeded, get this all taken care of, and then from there, all we're going to have left to do is fertilize this field. And the nice thing about oat is it's a relatively quick turnaround from seeding to harvest as well. So before you know it, we'll be back over here getting ready to harvest this field. Well, we went to go use liquid fertilizer on the field, and don't really feel like the liquid fertilizer was actually registering on the field. I'm willing to bet you actually have to have active crop growth in order to utilize... Hold up. Is that tree... You know, Bucks County just be weird. Just be doing things different out here is all. Ooh, watch out, traffic. But yeah, I'm willing to bet we actually have to have some active growth taking place on the field to actually use the liquid fertilizer. So what we're going to do is go back up here. We're going to hook up to the solid fertilizer spreader. We'll head back over, get the oat field fertilized. But nonetheless, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to spare you the repeat of fertilizing the field. And with that, that's going to bring us to the end of this episode here on Bucks County. Hope you all have enjoyed. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Turn on the notification bell. That way you don't miss any future content from Bucks County here on FS22. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we'll catch you in the next one.